drink some water and
Oh,
sober up a bit, and maybe
all
pop in
right.
later. Yeah.
Hel- All right. I think we're live, Rod.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we're live. All right.
And let's see. I can turn on my camera, but the humidity here is just not doing the lenses too. And I'm in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm on location. So let's see who's in the chat. Wow. Okay. So earlier we went at KHC2, 2005. Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. Hi. Welcome, Suzanne. And Taylor Swift, Matt G. Hello and welcome to you. And JPRPH1, thank you and welcome, John. Man, it's always good to have DJ Clay Nice. And that is wishing us a good show. Thank you. And Eugene Bird. We missed you, friendly neighbor, Canadian Spider-Man. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Eugene. I appreciate that, man. I'm on location in a town
Problem.
ooh, called Sycamoose. It's in British Columbia. It's in southern
Yeah.
British Columbia. And I'm
Is it
working.
because you have
So,
to relocate because of the fire?
no, Rod. No, I'm working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your construction stuff.
Yeah. I'm helping building a house up in Sycamoose. So I'm living in my RV, and the internet is not awesome, but we'll try and we'll see how long we can go. Hello, Lemon Pie. Welcome. And Mr. Sonic Madman. Everybody's here, Rod. Wow. Hi, Suzanne. Oh, still no luck with what, Suzanne? And I watching the Phasma, Phantasmagorian show. Yes. Hello to Scotty and Cat as well. Oh, Rod, William Shakespeare Bird is here.
Yeah.
Our producer.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was on. Uh, he was on Tony's stream earlier.
Speaking of Tony, hello, Stark of Iron.
Oh yeah.
Do you mind reading this comment, Tony?
No, have some water, man. Don't go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can hang if you want to, Tony. You're always welcome here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tony, but yeah, if you want to hang out in the chat, there's lots of friends here. Got all kinds of friends. Look at all the people in the chat. And here's one of our favorites. Hello, Carla Burton, all the way on the other side of the planet. Wow, good to see you. Hello, welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, hi. Yeah, I'm lucky to have internet at all. It took a while. I had to switch devices and wrap some things in tinfoil, Suzanne. But yes, we are finally live, and hopefully it holds out. Hopefully I'm not roboting, and you can hear me. Rod, do I seem to robot, or can you hear me?
You're kind of roboting, but not terribly. I mean, it's not like not terrible. It just happens every little bit. Not you know. It's not like you're completely robocoping.
Hi, PvP. Welcome, Pleasant Valley Picker. Pleasant
Yeah.
Valley
Hail
Picker.
PvP.
Nice. Welcome. Hello. Ooh. Yeah, I worked. Yeah, we lifted a lot of heavy beams. We're putting the floor to the second floor up on the walls today. And oh my God, these things are heavy. We probably should have a crane, but nope, we're doing it Mexican style. With firearms. Hello and welcome. Hi. Got to put some food on the oven. Be back. Okay. No, excellent. PvP, thanks for welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Yeah, Tony warned us about the cards, right? Oh yeah. Well, with the internet,
Yeah.
perhaps. Uh, all right. Well, Dominican Republic, Rod. Uh,
Yeah.
it's in the Caribbean,
Yeah. Similar
and
to not far from not far from Cuba either.
that's right. Yeah, and it shares it shares it shares the island,
Yeah.
Dominican Republic, half of one island, and the other half. of Dominican Republic is
Yeah.
is Haiti, which God, they get hit by some terrible, terrible stuff. Haiti, they get, man. Do they ever get nailed by tropical storms? And so
Yeah.
does Dominican Republic, and they're on the same island. And Rod, do you know why one why Haiti gets nailed so much harder than Dominican Republic, even though they share uh, an island?
I don't know. I have a feeling you're about to tell us.
Yeah. Well, it's an educated guess. Um, it's an educated guess. Uh,
Oh.
but I'm going to say it's because the Haitians have cut down many of their trees, and
Oh,
right,
that's an interesting supposition.
and I heard someone else say that. I can't say it was
It makes
all
no,
my,
kind of makes sense.
but they cut down a lot of their vegetation and their trees apparently, and so that means, of course, that the hurricanes and the cyclones and the typhoons and they really do some damage. So yeah, that's too bad.
Well, I mean, in
But
the same for the yeah, I mean, for the very same reason you don't get tornadoes in BC.
no, yeah, no, we have most of our
You know,
forest.
I
Yeah,
mean, we got this.
no, we're
I
doing a
mean,
good job of
Alberta. Yeah, I mean, much of Alberta, we got the great big flat areas, and like and then we get these. I mean, I feel sorry for the poor Calgarians. I mean, like they get such the most awful weather. I mean, like last Monday, they got like hailstones the size of golf balls and even baseballs. I hear in some areas.
oh wow,
Um, yeah, it was
I don't know.
huge.
Welcome.
Yeah, and it's bad enough that they're dealing with. They've got a water main break that kind of rusted out and broke over a month ago, and then a month and a half ago, and then like they all had to go on a everybody had to save water and like barely shower and everything, and then suddenly and then like the and then now they finally managed to get it fixed, but then all of a sudden they've had further inspection upon the main pipes, and then they found out that the other parts of the pipe are just as bad as where the break was, and so now they're just kind of, well, damn it, now we have to fix all these other parts too. So now they have to. So later this month they're going to have to go on another conservation. Yeah. Oh, Eugene Bird.
Don't they
Just
pay
as a,
people?
yeah, I just wanted to quickly answer Eugene Bird's.
Yeah.
I had a job. They called me yesterday, and then they called me in for an interview today. Uh, they might still call me, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. So I turned around and I sent out a half a dozen other resume electronic resumes. I fucking hate doing that. I can't stand that because this company was, I mean, I met them hands on, and then like I saw like, okay, he's a big healthy guy, and like and all that, but then like they still just kind of like the only thing they didn't, like I said, they didn't like the fact that I had limited liquid hauling experience. And I told them, I said, I'm used to it and I've got mountain driving experience. And then they were just kind of like, okay. They were kind of like, all right. But I have a feeling they'll only call me if I'm like the last on their list. I got a dim hope for that though, because like they're the kind of company that like it's a shit job, or at least I can tell it's a shit job. And it's one of those, I know, because they're almost always looking for drivers every so often, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I definitely can't see myself hanging out there for long, but it would be a job that has, first of all, bi-weekly pay, like every second weekend or every second week, and also $30 an hour is pretty damn good for,
That's pretty good.
yeah. But like I said, I'm just gonna turn my back and then pretend someone else. You kind of robot it out there. Oh, sorry
Well,
about that.
maybe you should have identified as a black lesbian. That might affect your employment opportunities.
Oh, thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hello, William Shakespeare. Hi.
Hey guys, hope everyone's
Oh,
doing
Hello,
hey,
okay.
welcome.
William Shakespeare. How you doing, man?
Good.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah,
Uh,
thanks, man. Yeah,
uh,
thanks for popping in.
Do you want to go to the Caribbean, William Shakespeare?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I've never been. Let's see. I think the closest I've actually been to the Caribbean is Florida, and that would only be the airport.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's kind of the same sort of climate, in my opinion. Yeah. Rod, I know you've been to the Caribbean. Have you ever? You must have flown over Dominican, hey?
Yeah, although, yeah, like for us, it's just kind of, oh, there's some land in an island in the middle of the ocean. Um, okay, I think somebody did mention that, but I mean, like, you know, I, I was still just too, like, just kind of like, whoa, I think it was one of the first times I went to Cuba.
Oh, Carla Burton says, I think they could have cut down trees because they damage everything when they fall, when the fall. Carla, are you drinking? It's like 10 a.m. where you are. I'm not going to judge. I've done the same. I've done the same. It's quite all right.
It is Friday though. She can
It
she can
is,
have she can have a
it is
Friday off,
Friday
right?
work.
Yeah.
My God, we spent all day. We've got a crew of four here. We're building a big house and in Sycamores in BC, about 2 hours away from my normal house. And my God, we lifted some heavy ass beams. They've got these laminated oriented strand beams now that are engineered and they weigh up. You can't even pound nails into them with a nail gun. It's crazy. They're heavy. Uh, Rod, do you mind reading this, please?
Sorry, man, I missed that. I kind of heard you, but what?
Uh, can you read this, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. Seems Calgary's infrastructure has been badly managed for years. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed. Susan. Thanks so much. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
hey, come on. Well, we're biased. We're biased. And I would say I like your new premiere. I really like your new premiere. Although a lot of Albertans do come here to spend their summers, so PvP might
yeah,
have a point. But
he's not wrong.
but I do like the attitude of Albertans. I feel like it would be the last free place in Canada. Like it'd be the Texas of Canada. So that's
You're
if shit
right.
hits the fan, I'm headed to Alberta, man. I'm taking my weaponry, alleged weaponry, and headed to Alberta. It'll be the last stand.
Yeah, yeah.
With his fancy socks and his RCMP horses that like to run over people. Uh, yes, Dominican Republic. Yeah, Trudeau has to come up at some point. Ooh, William, since you're here, would you mind earning your keep and reading this?
I always want work to earn my keep. Let's see. Mikey Suze 4 says a great naked gun watch party PvP and Gorilla fell asleep. And I helped him finish the stream with Jay Aldridge and Daniel. That
Nice.
just makes it all the more special, Mikey. Somebody
Yes,
falls. Did he snore on you, Mikey? Let us know.
I like that. I like that. Okay, and Lemon Pie in the chat says, I haven't been to the Caribbean, but I have heard this song, Caribbean Queen by Billy Ocean. Hell to the yeah, Lemon Pie.
Yep,
Oh my God, now I'm dancing in my seat right now.
yeah.
Caribbean.
Does anyone know
Queen.
the other song that was made with the same song but a different character instead of a Caribbean Queen? It was a different continent. Anyone in the chat can pull that out without looking it up?
Ooh,
That'd be pretty awesome.
no?
Nobody?
Okay. I
Spider-Man?
no,
You don't know? Oh well, I'm not gonna say. I can't say. I put the question out there. I can't give it. I
So,
can't give it
so
away.
it's the same tune, the same song, but with a different place
This
name on a different continent.
it's the same song, and he just re-recorded it with a different. Well, I don't know if he re-recorded the whole thing, but
Different
the
title.
main lyric. Yeah, different title, right? And it would be instead of a Caribbean queen, it's a queen from a different continent.
Ooh,
So
Charlotte
somebody's
Goodman.
got to know this. Come on, guys, don't let me down. Come on, music lovers out there, please
Who's after a
call your
hurricane?
cousins, call your uncles. One of you know this.
Would he wouldn't say Canadian Queen, would he? Nah, we don't really.
No, but that's open. That's open for you, Rod. That's all yours, buddy.
Isn't
It
that
does
Taylor
fit.
Swift?
British Queen doesn't
Wow.
fit. English Queen doesn't fit. Um, American
Anyone?
Queen.
I'll give you guys
American
another.
Queen.
No, they wouldn't. He wouldn't. I don't think he'd do that.
Rod,
No,
Rod, do you mind doing this?
think heritage. Think heritage. Think his heritage. Billy Ocean's heritage.
Oh,
Oh,
African Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So he released a song with saying African Queen.
yeah, right.
Oh, okay. I guess he could stretch it out. African Queen. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's either one
Yep,
interchangeably nice. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what
Anyway, that's worthless trivia for the night.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. If a tree falls on a lumberjack in the forest, does the tree hear him cursing, "Fuck you, tree, thanks for killing me"? Yes, I believe it does. Trees can hear, so I'm told. Usually birds of things, but I'm comfortable in good health and not
Yeah.
exhausted. I am recovering thanks to some delicious Genoa salami, and um, and some red truck beer. Is red truck beer from Seattle? I because it says Northwest IPA, and Northwest would indicate well in Canada it's Southwest, so it must be an American beer.
What's it called?
No, no, it's red truck. It's from Vancouver.
Oh no,
Red.
I've never heard of it here.
Well, they call it a West. Well, it's got a picture of a red truck on it, and they call it a Northwest IPA. But Vancouver's in the southwest of Canada. It's
Well,
got a
they
red.
might be the northwest of the planet, though. Really, is my guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
When,
normally
yeah, I think when people refer to the northwest, they generally think of the entire northwest of the planet. Not picking on you guys in Canada specifically. Not saying the northwest, the south block on the fourth corner. If you go down Third and Vine, and you make a left, and now you're in it. No, 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 no.
Oh, Kyle Clinton says it's Friday and I'm cooking dinner for 7 for 2 days. Does she mean she's cooking 2 days worth of food for 7 people, or she's cooking and it's going to take her 2 days to cook for
Oh,
7 people?
wow.
Either way, that's impressive. Sounding like a true 8 man. Oh, Gorilla was? Oh my God. I love that guy. He's hilarious. Do you want me to this, Rod, before we're just about to get to the picture?
I can. I'm not. You
There,
didn't robot out, but you're kind of a lot quieter than normal. What happened? You want me to
Oh,
read this?
yes, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Mikey, my dad, was also a lumberjack in the 50s and had two Clydesdale. I'm pretty sure he meant horses, not ours. But two Clydesdale horses to pull out the trees out of the forest to the sawmill. Yeah. And I don't. Okay, and he probably depended on the horses because I'm just thinking back then. Um, see, about 100 years ago, the lumberjacks actually what they used to do was what they would do is they'd cut all the logs and they put them in they float them in the river and send them down river to a to the sawmill, and that's also where we get the song "Log Driver's Waltz." If anybody's even familiar with it, if they're not, Google it, or rather just YouTube it, and there's a great Canadian uh, a great Canadian short of Log Driver's Waltz, and it's animated too. It's really entertaining. I was always happy when when a TV show ran short of minutes, and then what they did, and then they'd have to put the Lug Driver's Waltz on on the Canadian minute or whatever, for the few minutes.
Yeah, they did that after. Ooh, lemon pie, got it. Right, the log driver. Yes.
Oh yeah,
My grand, actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm replying to him now.
oh, my great grandfather was a log driver. He actually died in the river, log driving.
yeah,
Never knew him. He was my great grandfather in New Brunswick, actually. New Brunswick was really big for log driving, and Quebec.
yeah.
Ooh, do you mind reading this, William?
Yeah, let's see. FKHC 2005 says,
Mind reading
uh,
this?
you got me okay?
Yes.
It says, I just watched the trailer for the new cut of Caligula. That film makes the day the clown cried look like Citizen Kane. Makes the day the clown cried. I'm not following that reference there, FKHC. That film makes the day the clown cried look like Citizen Kane. The day the clown cried, is that I'm guessing that's a film? The day the clown
Yeah,
cried?
I think that's a
Oh.
Charlie Chaplin film,
Oh wow.
or actually Charlie Chaplin or Flip. Who was it?
Checking.
SKHC,
Checking.
I noticed you were one of the first in the chat. Thanks for being here.
Oh, you
Sorry
know
it
what?
took a.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Lewis, I think it was.
Yeah, let's
Jerry.
see. Yeah, you're right. It's Jerry Lewis, Harriet Anderson.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this film. Oh, Jerry Lewis directed this film. Oh wow.
yeah, and he
How
was
did
really depressed when
Oh
when
wow. This looks serious. A washed-up
how do
German
you know
circus
that?
clown gets imprisoned by the Nazis during the Yazis. Did I say that? Oops, whoopsies.
No, you can say that
Uh,
on this channel. You can say
all
Nazi,
right.
Nazi, Nazi on this channel.
Okay, well then
I'll never be. I don't think
let me
YouTube's
start
gonna
it.
allow that.
Let me start this over. This is interesting. A washed-up German circus clown gets imprisoned by the Nazis during the Second World War and is forced to bring Jewish children to their deaths. Ooh, that's heavy. Oh my God.
Jesus.
yeah, I remember hearing about it. It was in limited release, and then it actually was released by the National Archives a few years ago now because it was Jerry Lee Lewis. Once he saw the reaction and nobody liked it, he literally got stage fright, and then he had it locked in the National Archives. But then I think there's only what was it, 50 years or something, and then but now they have released it, and there have been people who've seen it, and it's really hard boiled.
It must be in theater only. There are no physical media releases of this film at all, nor is there streaming, according to Blu-ray.com. Nothing.
No,
Wow.
that's right.
So
Is that
so
unusual
therefore
for a film?
therefore I'm going to go look for it right now on the in the underground, let's say.
Like, well, yeah, that's unusual for a film, right?
It
To
is
have no.
it's pretty unusual. Yeah, it's pretty rare. I mean, films that are like destroyed, that's one thing. If there's just no print anymore because some films were stored in vaults that were near salt mines, for example. I know that's one story. I can't remember which film it was, and the thing just disintegrated over time, stuff like that. But something like this is yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he didn't want it seen, but then at the same time he didn't want it destroyed either, because it was one of his works, and he was just
Outlaw Bill, hello and welcome, Outlaw Bill. Man, I love.
yeah,
Is that
Outlaw Bill. Yeah, I wanted to say that earlier, but
is that Clint Eastwood in his Avatar? Who is that with the guns?
Yeah, kind of looks like.
kind of looks like Clint with some extra hair.
Well, no, but Clint Eastwood had at one time some pretty good fucking hair back in the day.
He did.
And what? Yeah, hello, African. Hi. Oh, we're behind. Okay, let's go. Whores, right? Like with a W,
Hey.
whores. Jeez, what? Okay.
Horse.
My mom was scared of whores.
Clydesdale whores, eh?
Of course, your dad wasn't scared of whores, but if I was your mom, she should be scared of whores.
Hail Rancor Steve. How you doing, man?
Oh, Oh, he meant horses, not whores. Oh, I thought he
God,
meant horses.
I
Like I
fucking knew it.
Dan can't stop. Oh, well, I can't read it. There's that. You can totally say she gets that. I almost believe it. Might need to eat the microphone CSM. Sounds like you're swimming in Lake Ontario during a thunderstorm. Okay, I am eating the mic. I'm literally leaning over, giving myself a back ache. All right, let's. I'm gonna boost the volume. It's internet, folks. The internet. I'm way out in Sicamous. Sicamous is the boonies of BC. Reduce mic background noise, effort cancellation, automatic volume. Let's boost it to max. All right, this is the best I can do. Let's hope Kevon's and welcome Kevon Sixton. Thank you. I'm eating the microphone. I'm deep throating the microphone, Kevon Six. That's all I can do.
Oh,
Yes, Rod, can you read this?
yep. FKHC 2005 says, since your dad is a lumberjack, did he put on women's clothing and hang around bars? I don't know. I mean, like, wearing the big checkered shirts and the blue jeans. I mean, like, those guys are pretty burly fellows. So I don't think they could pass as women.
No,
Yeah.
you know that reference, right, Rod?
Okay.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. It's Monty Python. They're lumberjack song.
Oh, okay, fine.
That's it. That's a classic. Come on.
That's a classic, Rod. You got to know that.
Okay.
And Michael Pela dresses up and he's singing and he dresses up like in the wilds of British Columbia. And then, yeah, and his dad, it turns out, dresses up like him and then hangs around in bars.
Huh.
Yeah, the song went south pretty quickly. It's not a good look for Canadian lumberjacks, I'll tell you that much. Ooh,
Well, leave it to Monty Python, I guess. No wonder we left your little tiny island behind. And then became big burly lumberjacks and log drivers.
Ooh, comic strip. Okay, thank you, William Shakespeare. Yes, Lemon Pie did guess that. Thank you. All right, we're not doing much of Dominican Republic so far, are we? Oh, we've only been on for half an hour, so that's okay.
Yeah.
William, can you read this, please, and then we'll get to some pictures.
Yeah, so let's see. Mikey Suze 4 says Crosby's CS
Canadian Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Crosby, Stills and Nash. My bad.
Crosby, Stills and Nash.
My dyslexia is kicking in early tonight. CSM.
Yeah.
Spidey's Billy Ocean's Caribbean Queen was his only song with a Queen word in the title. But originally the song was called European Queen before changing it. Yeah, and I didn't know that either.
Did not know that either.
Ooh, Carla Burton says, has anyone read the kids' book, Paddle to the Sea? It's an awesome book. I think I picked that up in a bookstore well, no, I don't know. Nope, I could be wrong. Ooh, PvP in the chat says, my dad loved being a logger. Then the social credit government put all the small loggers out of business in favor of the big companies who hated death riding their leg like that. Yeah, that happens a lot at PvP, and I understand that.
Conservatives are famous for that too.
Miskatonic Madman says Jerry Lewis concentration camp film never released. Yeah, well,
yep,
never released from what I've read. Okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
awesome. Which comedic strip is Suzanne talking about?
I think she was talking about log drivers, Maltz. When I was saying earlier.
That was on. Yes, they put that on all the time. Like after Beachcombers and CBC put it on. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was a Canadian Heritage Minute or whatever the hell on National Film Board. Yeah, National Film Board release.
Yeah. Carla Burton, yeah, logging is probably the most dangerous job anywhere in the world. And what we're
It
talking
is.
about is log driving. And in Canada, log driving means you throw the logs in the river, a whole bunch of them, and then you float them down the river. And you jump on the logs with basically spiked shoes and a pole with a spike, and you try not to drown.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
This was also obviously before tractor trailers were developed too. So like again, this is pre Henry Ford. So we're talking like in the early 1900s before trucks became like a big thing.
yeah, right. Okay. And not Penthouse. Ooh, what? And Larry Flint was hustler. What are you guys? And hello, Rancor Steve. I know that place. Dominican Republic, do you? Hey, do you want Rancor Steve? If you want the invitation, come on up and speak about Dominican Republic. Although we are doing a shit job so far about talking about Dominican
Yeah,
Republic.
we'll
Ooh,
get around to it. We're just going to catch up in the chat though.
yeah. Okay, yeah. It's good having a great chat. Do you mind reading this, please, Rob?
Yeah, sure. Mikey Susie 4 says, "Okay, yes, African Queen got a Grammy in 1984, but in 1999 he released the song to honor Queen Elizabeth II and his African heritage. Good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. And then, ooh. Key6 says Caligula. Helen Mirren and Malcolm McDowell Caligula. The bankroll by Larry. They were bankrolled by Larry Flint, starring a lot of his penthouse pets. Caligula. Wow.
Oh, is that the original Caligula film? Let me take a look here. I haven't seen that.
Perhaps that would have been a long time ago. Yeah.
1979. Let's see. Yeah, 1979. Boy, yeah,
No,
that's been on my list for
yeah,
ages. I gotta see that. That looks good.
doesn't work as a pickup line. Lemon pie, no. But that is a great song. Get out of my dreams into my car. Oh, that. Okay, that's what he's talking about. Hey, Rancor Steve, good to see you. And FAHC says, and Larry Flint was a hustler, not penthouse, or
Oh
was
yeah.
hustler. Right. Howdy. Santo Domingo is a beautiful place. Rancor Steve, I just landed in Santo Domingo and then went to um, Punta Cana. And does everyone hopefully can see the map? So I you can land here in Santo Domingo and then drive all the way out to the coast, out to the tip. Uh, if my mouse will go that far to right here, Punta Cana. And I think there are also, yeah, there's an airport there. You can fly straight into Punta Cana if you want. And Punta Cana has beautiful, beautiful beaches and resorts. So that's mainly the area between Santo Domingo and Punta Cana. When I go back to Dominican Republic, I will explore the north. But today is just the south. And I'd love to go to the north. I'd love to spend weeks back. See, I went with, okay, I went with my fiance at the time uh, for 8 days. We got a steal of a deal at Dominican Republic at this all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana, and we explored along the south coast, and it was gorgeous, Rod. And it was,
Yeah.
that part of the Caribbean is remarkably cheap, considering.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds a lot like Cuba. And did it rain while you were there at all?
You know, it did at night. It did because I put my towel out on the clothesline and it would get soaked. So at least 2 nights it did. Yeah. What? Carla Burton says, "What's it called? I can ask my friend for it." Um, I don't know what you're referring to, Carla Burton. Oh, the log driver's waltz. Is that
Yeah, yeah.
the
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Log driver's waltz.
log driver's waltz? Yeah, the log driver's waltz. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Billy Ocean is awesome. Okay, and William Shakespeare Spielberg, since you wrote it, hey, that's the year I was born, 1972. Hell yeah. Do you mind reading what you wrote, please?
Sure. So the film, The Day the Crown Died, 1972. So I can
Clown.
see that it's out there in the ether, and it's been taken from a VHS, but it doesn't look like it's complete.
Ah,
So it's unknown. I wouldn't know until I tried to lasso it. But
hmm.
at some point in time, it looks like it was done on VHS, but that's probably those are probably long since sold and not available.
Okay, thanks, Kevon. I boosted it up to the max, and I am in a
Ah, right on.
well,
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds better. I
I
think it
think,
sounds a
you're
little better
sounding a
now.
little better. Yeah.
well, as the internet at night tends to get better here. Um, not sure why. Hello, Gorilla. Oh, Gorilla's here? Gorilla's here. Where's Gorilla? You see Gorilla? Hello, Gorilla, if you are here. Oh no, he was too tough. Huh. He chopped trees with his axe. No pussy chainsaw stuff. Yep. I like an axe, PvP. I have cut down more trees with an axe in my life than a chainsaw. I can definitely say that, my friend. No doubt. Suspenders do not count as lingerie. Um, well, I, man, I had this high school girlfriend, and she would prove otherwise, my friend. I don't hear of any of these things except for Santo Domingo. Okay, well, Punta Cana. Um, what is Cana? What's Cana in Spanish? What is it in this trans? Punta Cana. I don't
Punta
know.
Punta Cana. How do you spell that?
Yeah.
How do you spell this?
Uh, oh, it's right there on the map, right at the very tippy top at the point, and it's Cana. Punta is Punta,
Po-
Punta,
point.
which means
Punt,
point.
punt, Punta is point, so it's going to be point something.
Point Cana. Cana.
Cana. Just point Cana. Cana. Or could it be Cana? Oh wait, here we go.
Oh, no, it's not. Well, Kani with an I, it means crab in Japanese. Not that that's helpful. Uh,
Let's
Thanks,
see.
William, for
I'm gonna
that.
try Cana.
A little hard. Okay, Suzanne, I'm trying next on Rick Lake Clydesdale Horrors. Shit, he sounds awful. I'm working on it, Carla. Working on it. And hello to our friend Matt G.
Ah,
Matt
we got
G.
it.
Hello.
We got it, Spidey.
Okay, what is Punta Cana?
So you read it as Cana?
Yes, but
Okay,
it's an N with the thingy above
the,
it.
the tilde. So it's Cana, and it means
Yes.
and so Kenya is a reed, like a bamboo reed. So it means reed tip or point
Ooh,
of the reed.
huh.
Depending on how
Um,
they want to interpret that, I'm not sure. But
That is very cool. Okay, interesting. Huh. Suzanne was actually lucky enough as a child to watch log drivers working. Suzanne, are you like me, originally from New Brunswick? That is cool. Rob, do you mind reading this, please?
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Yeah. Pleasant Valley Picker, PvP, says Paddle to the Sea is a 1966 National Film Board NFB film. It's great. Saw it at school back then as we had Friday films for some afternoons. Yeah, so did we. Huh. Yeah.
Oh, Gorilla Raid. That sounds scary. And Miskatonic Madman says Bob Guccione bankrolled Caligula, the penthouse guy. Okay. Huh. Truly awful movie. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, was it better than The Force Awakens? or
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, which I will never, ever, ever watch.
Hey,
Ooh,
Taylor Swift greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU and Doctor. Wow, that's kind of wordy. Oh, that's a
yeah,
word salad.
yeah. That
But
is- yeah,
Taylor Swift
that's
greater than. Good to see you.
that's the one. Yes,
Hmm.
definitely. Whoa, Matt G, Taylor
Oops,
Swift.
sorry, I didn't mean to skip the chat there.
Oh, that's okay. That's all good, man. It's just like a car with two steering wheels, right? It's sometimes we get surprised.
Oh, wow, Suzanne's lucky enough to see, as a child, to see log drivers working. Nice.
Right. And Rod, do you mind reading this? And I'll get William to read the next one, please.
Yeah, sure. Kevon Six says that was part of the controversy of that film. Larry paid a lot of money to some of the more questionable penthouse pets to perform during the orgy scenes. Yeah, sounds a little sus to me. I mean, Larry Flint. I mean, not you know.
Oh dear. Do you mind reading this, William?
Sure. Let's see. So Mikey Suze 4 says Caligula equals the great Roman era cult classic featuring awesome Malcolm McDowell and the young hottie Helen Mirren. Also starred Peter O'Toole and the great Sir John Gil. Boy, I haven't seen this guy's name. Gielgud, if I'm saying that right, who did Arthur film. Oh, with Dudley Moore. Oh, the Butler, I'm guessing. Oh, that guy was awesome. Yeah, John Gilligan. I'd like to hear how his name is pronounced. Yeah, well, the cast on this film sounds fantastic, man. I gotta say, I don't something like that. I gotta see it at least once. I can understand that these days they're getting something that's tries to be anywhere true to the times of the Roman Empire is going to be rough to see because that was they did a lot of shit back then that we don't really tolerate now at all in society. Not to mention all the other stuff that Larry Flint would have been trying to do to the thing, turn it into a soft porn film. But I got to see it once. That's a great cast. I got to say, great cast.
Well, I
Yeah,
will watch a film just for the cast. That is absolutely true.
yeah.
And TVC says the original Caligula is boring mostly. Malcolm McDowell doesn't have much to work with. It's mostly notable for its hardcore sex scenes, not my cup of tea. Huh. Well, have you guys do you recall it was a series maybe 15 years ago, maybe roughly, called Spartacus, and the lead actor was New Zealand, named Andrew, I think was his real name, and I think he had cancer, and that's why the series ended. But it was pretty raunchy, and there was some well-known people in it as well.
Wow.
Spartacus.
It was a series. It was a TV series.
It was a yes.
Oh,
Yes, and it was
Oh,
not, and
I
it wasn't on
yeah,
NBC. Let me
I
tell you
I
that much.
I do remember this. There's two seasons. I actually have this on Blu-ray, and I have not watched it. Not not
You know the
not
one
for
I'm
lack of
talking
what.
about?
What's that?
I would move it up higher to the top of your list, and then you're going to be pissed off as I am that they didn't make more seasons.
Wow, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it gets buried in the pile, and this was during a time when a lot of great stuff was coming out, and now that that's not
Um,
happening anymore, I think I've got a
but,
lot of time to catch up on the good stuff.
well, I don't like horror gore. I don't like that, and this is not that. But Spartacus, the series is, let's just say they don't hold back. It's very realistic for living in Sparta at the time. Let's put it that way. It's very barbarian Sparta. It makes you really feel like a man. Holy shit. And women can like it too because there's a lot of eye candy if you're female.
mm,
Kevon Six, I think Kevon Six is saying that Spartacus, the series, was made by HBO. I'm checking with him. If it was, then yeah,
He's
we can
right.
be sure it's probably
No,
damn good.
he, no, he's right. It was HBO. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
that is great. Yeah,
Monkey
that just got bumped
CS4.
higher to the list. Thanks, guys.
yeah.
Monkey CS4. Caligula rated the rare X, came out in 1979. Your knowledge of films is quite impressive, Mikey 2S4. I'm just gonna call you Mikey from now. Either that or you're good bullshitter, maybe both. Okay, PvP. Do you mind reading this, Rod? And then we'll get. I am playing the pictures in the background. I'm on the third one now. I'll move along.
Yeah, yeah. PvP says it's it's almost 3 hours long, and it's uncut version. Yeah, I'd heard about that, and a waste of time, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, like any film is always is always a piece of history and a social statement of things things that were glamorous, you might say, at the time. So it gives you a peek into the culture of the decade that it was filmed in.
So that's a typical. If you go to Punta Cana, and most people I think will go on a 8 day or week long vacation at a resort, and that is a typical street that you can see in Punta Cana. Everything is very cement, stone floors, gorgeous stone floors everywhere, and pristine. And Rod, they hire. I guess their labor is cheaper, so they can afford to hire a lot of people to clean, and everything
Yeah,
is really clean. And all the
yeah.
ground, everything is immaculate. Well done, and that is a swan on the bed, yes, and chocolates, yes. And how is this fancy, for fancy desserts? That is delicious. Absolutely, a chocolate a chocolate mousse with a cream mousse center, and there was these sweet like honey wafer layers in there as well, and then a little raspberry crumble, the three drops on the side. Man, that was good.
It's nice you took a picture of it first before devouring that thing.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's
What what's
just
the
gorgeous.
what's the drink on the side, Spidey?
I I want to say that was a pina colada, and that would have
Hmm.
either been a margarita
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, it
colada.
looked like
I'm
yeah,
leaning
that
towards pina
is
colada.
Well,
My favorite when I'm in the Caribbean, I'll tell you, William, it's mojitos or pina coladas or margaritas. Okay, and that's what you're gonna look at. So now, some parts of the Caribbean you go to, and the beaches don't have the seaweed that washes up, or some of them that do have the seaweed that washes up on the shore. They hire staff to go out with either machines or by rakes, hand rakes, like early in the morning, and they will rake all the seaweed up. Um, but uh, Dominican Republic on the far east tip, you get a lot of the seaweed washing up at certain times of the year. I can imagine that some of the high-end resorts do have people raking this up in the mornings and making it nice for people. But you know what? I like exploring through the seaweed, Rob, because you can find all kinds of creatures in the seaweed there. It's fun for kids too, because you know. Um, there's just all kinds of little creatures in the seaweed that washes up on shore. It's cool, and I'm pretty sure you can eat it. But if you get sick, if you eat it and you get sick, don't blame me, folks. But I am pretty sure you can eat it.
But you put
I've
the
eaten a
idea in
lot of
our heads
seaweed.
though.
I've eaten a lot of seaweed in Japan. But we used to be able to do that, William, and then the idiots would do it, and you're not responsible because they're idiots.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, no, I agree, and you're right though. You're right.
I do
We
like
used to be
seaweed
able
though. I like Japanese seaweed, and candy and
Absolutely.
wrapped in
Nori,
candy,
yeah.
food, and
The
man, I love
Nori,
that stuff. I love swimming in the ocean. I used to be a surfer, so yeah, I love the smell of the ocean. I love swimming in the ocean. I'd live in the
yeah.
ocean if I didn't turn into a shriveled prune.
Man, that's why scuba diving is a passion of mine. Absolutely. For that reason.
Yeah, right. I hear you. I totally hear you.
So I was lucky enough to be there during a full moon, and this is Punta Cana on the very far east coast, and there's without the flash, and just gorgeous um, little huts, and it's a long beach. There's lots of beach space. I've been to some beaches in the world, and they're quite narrow, but this was easily, 15 meters or 50 feet out to the water, and the tide wasn't that huge, so there's lots of sand and lots of beach, and yeah, again, that's the resorts right there, and the trees and the vegetation and the animals are just everywhere. It feels like you're in a very tropical place, and like I said, lots of staff always maintaining the place. This is not an advertisement for resort style traveling, but a lot of people go to Dominican Republic. This is what they'll experience, and I had a great time. This was fantastic, very relaxing.
Spidey, can we put some into perspective the time you're there? You might have said this earlier before I came on, but
No,
what
yeah, this
what
was
when were you there?
2015, so 9 years ago.
Oh wow, really not too long ago then.
Hmm.
I mean, so this
When?
things
Sorry, I
probably
kind of muffled out on my end.
so
When?
2015, Spidey, 2015.
Oh, dude, I was in Cuba at that time. Spring.
So things
Yeah,
probably have
Wow.
yeah, this was March, probably.
Huh.
so things probably haven't changed much. What we're looking at here is probably this still there, and
Oh, yeah, very much so. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And just I really like the style of the place and the tropical feel to it. And that's okay. That's their attempt right there, Rod. That was their attempt at
Hmm.
poutine. And
Oh,
I took the photo as it because it wasn't awesome. It was not like Canadian poutine, folks.
huh.
Um, again, just beautiful, gorgeous weather. A little bit of rain at night, but not during the day. The days, I think we had one downpour in an afternoon, and it came out of nowhere and
Ah,
torrential rain. But Rod, the warm, like a
yeah.
tropical type, just warm rain
Oh
and a
man,
little
it's like
wind.
yeah, it's like taking a shower like at when you've got the heat turned up with the cold. So you get this nice warm stuff, and it's just like you don't even I mean, like I didn't even care that my clothes were wet. It's just kind of like, oh man, it's nice and warm. Like when I was in Cuba when that baseball game got rained out, my brother and I were walking back to the Anthony Bourdain, or not the Anthony Bourdain, the um, Ernest Hemingway La Floridita bar, which is really only about 5 blocks away. And
Okay,
uh,
cool, cool.
yeah, no, it was, oh man, it was warm. The only thing is there were a couple of potholes in the street, and like, oh, you could break your foot, break your ankle if you didn't watch it because those suckers were deep. Because I mean, like the warm water, you kind of think, oh, I'll just step in it, and all of a sudden, sploosh, and you're like right up to your knee, just about.
No, and yeah, the rain was welcome actually, and it didn't last that long, but it was torrential. It was kind of cool because we don't often see that here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we don't see that at all up here.
Okay, and yep, well, it's okay. We're adults here, PvP, and Mikey can agree to disagree. We welcome all opinions, and people that don't agree uh, with what I believe, you're all more than welcome here. Everyone is welcome.
Well, sorry, man. I'd even have to say that Freddie got fingered still is a cultural statement, even if I'm not saying that it's worth watching or anything. I'm just saying that, and then it's also a view of the cultural zeitgeist where, God forbid, people actually thought that Tom Green was worth watching. The only time I'll ever defend Tom Green is when he narrated Road Trip. And that was only because he was out of the movie as much, you know,
Yeah,
only with the occasional voiceover. But
I'm not a fan of
still,
those either. Oh, Suzanne says PvP. I stand behind you on the movie being trashed. Well, okay. Might be serious. Laura says loved it for its originality. PvP. I'll have to. I don't know which side. I'll come down on. I'll have to watch it. I guess. Yes, the HBO series. Okay, thank you. Um, definitely so down with Punta. Hey, well, I mean, everyone likes BJ's Pleasant Valley Pictures. Everybody likes those. HBO. Okay, thank you. Ooh, Mr. God Masters. I, Claudius, is a fun, perfect Roman and a BBC show from the 70s. Well worth a watch. I have heard of it. I I have,
yeah, me too. Yeah,
but I have heard it. Yes,
no,
Spartacus was also a good movie.
yeah, and penned by Dalton Trumbo, who was a
Unfamiliar.
known communist.
No way. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Moving on. T-Von 6, My Bad Spartacus were made by Stars, 4 seasons, each with a different title. Interesting. The Spartacus I'm referring to was definitely HBO. Real good. What is it? Real good, eh? Is that a town name in New Zealand? The food here looks much better than Peru food, in my honest opinion, said Eugene Bird. It was pretty darn good. I'll tell you what. And the good looking desserts. Agreed. Seaweed fertilizer from the sea. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. Seaweed is excellent fertilizer, natural fertilizer. Yeah, we definitely had some. It was, you know what? The clouds made it for terrific sunsets. I'll tell you that much.
They did. Yeah.
And
Well,
okay,
I mean,
get this: the restaurant, the restaurant that we were eating at had a canal that went through the outside perimeter of the patio, the outside patio area, and there was as you can see, a boat with a piano on the boat, and a guy steering the boat, and a musician
wow.
playing the piano for the people eating dinner at the outside patio section, and they would move the boat around to different areas of the restaurant. This is pretty cool. I thought that I've never seen that before. Piano on a boat. Yeah, there's the tables right there, right next to the water. Very cool. Very good idea. And yeah, terrific sunsets. Absolutely. And beautiful, beautiful full moon beaches. Like you can walk the beach without a flashlight at all, Rod. Gorgeous. And you can see the whitecaps. Like the waves had some good wave action. Put you to sleep at night. It definitely was a romantic beach. You do.
Yeah.
We yes, we enjoyed the beach. We'll leave it at that. This was a vacation. You're correct, Eugene, but this was not a backpacking adventure. This was an 8 day sort of I guess a romantic Caribbean getaway, which is very common in this part of the world, up in Canada anyway. Oh, right. He did that. Oh shit, Miskatonic Madman. I didn't know that Andrew.
Yeah.
He was from New Zealand. If memories, we're going back. When was Spartacus? So this is going back from whenever it was originally broadcast, 2009 maybe. 2006. It was sad. Um, the original Spartacus actor passed away from cancer, so they had to recast. Damn. I knew he had it. I didn't know he passed away. Shit. Yeah. Carla Burton. Do you mind reading this, Rod, please?
Yeah, sure. Carla Burton says, talking of dessert, not desert, obviously. Talking of dessert, I forgot about an ice cream I took out and lost it there. There's going to be sadness when I track it down. Oof. Yeah.
We left an ice cream out in her house somewhere. Oh dear. And, great to see you. Great to see you. Hey, I love the avatar. So, yeah, this is me with a tan and a cool hat. I think I lost that. Damn it. Enjoying the beach. The nightlife was fantastic. All of Dominican Republic in the evenings heads to the beach, and there's music and beverages and just a great vibe, and always a breeze, Rod. So I know if
Yeah.
you lay in the sand flies will get you, folks. Do not pass out in the sand. The sand flies will eat you alive.
Ooh.
But if you're upright and vertical, the wind and the breeze is just enough to keep all the bugs away. It's beautiful.
Mm.
And yeah, in the evenings, the place to be, the party, well, just not even party, but the social, the social setting is on the beach.
Yeah.
And Suzanne says in the chat, Canadian Spider-Man, if you're going back to the Caribbean, hit me up to get you hooked up with your own villa, complete with servants. Oh my goodness. You know, I wouldn't feel comfortable with servants, but if they wanted to be drinking buddies, now that would be a good. Do they like pina coladas and mojitos? But
Yeah.
I would love to. I think Greece and Egypt are going to be first on their top of the list. Um, but the Caribbean is so easy to get to, and it would be good to go away for
Yeah.
a week. Maybe this winter. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I will. And of course, the obligatory beach sandcastle rod. Love the
Hmm.
sandcastles.
Nice.
And, and the sunset. I mean, that's just gorgeous sunsets there. I mean that's the sand. Some places you go and the sand is really hard packed, and it actually
Yeah.
hurts your hand while I'm building sandcastles. But sand in Dominican, and I'm a sandcastle connoisseur, and the sand in Dominican is some of the nicest, powdery, soft sand to work with. You know what I mean, William?
Yeah.
Um, I think it sounds like it's maybe from like some of the islands in Hawaii. I think have sand like that. Kauai, the
Oh, Kauai,
small
yeah.
kind of the rich
Yeah.
island. A very old one of the. It's one of the older ones at the no of
Mhm.
what would that be the west tip of the island chain. And I haven't been there. I just know what I've been told. Whereas the Big Island has got a lot of it's got black sand beaches, which are there. It's sand, but it's really coarse, but it is really cool. But it's not like powdery sand. So is it kind of like that, Spidey? What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly. It's almost like making sandcastles out of flour-ish, but
Yeah.
you can
Wow.
pack together and make it. Yeah,
Did you make? Is this
and,
a sand castle here? Did you make this sand castle here, or something that looks like a sand castle, or is that some formation there?
oh no, that is definitely most definitely a sandcastle that I made with my own two hands.
There you go. Where's the flags? Where's the pirate flags?
I had sticks in the turrets, um,
Uh,
and and I didn't, there was a lot of adult beverages taken in at the time, so
yes.
um,
You
I
think?
did well to do that. Now, but I mean, look at that. Yeah, it was wonderful. Gorgeous. Ooh, nice. Cheers. And William, do you mind reading this from our friend T-Von 6?
Oh, you bet. Uh, there's good sea. Kevon Six says there is good seaweed and bad seaweed. And on the beach, it's difficult to tell the two apart. Good seaweed you can eat, bad seaweed is poisonous and will make you very sick. Well, that's awesome. So you only
The
know
only
by Kevon, you only know by eating one and then rolling the dice and saying, okay, we're gonna find out in about 6 hours or 8 hours when my digestive system tells me, you're good to go for another day or call the ambulance. How
but
sick?
yeah,
How sick is sick? We're talking. Well, what's the downside here if you pick the wrong one?
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
mean, I
the
think
other thing is, usually isn't there a
another
gag reflex in your because
That would
your
I hope so.
yeah, because your body usually kind of like, oh shit, this is gonna make you sick, man, and like it just
yes, Carla, that's right. It's Dominican Republic. That is why Canadians go there. Canadians go to the Caribbean. So that's exactly correct, Carla. You nailed it. Mhm. Smart ass. We love the beach. We love the beaches. And again, yeah, just gorgeous sunsets, folks. I mean, what? This is Dominican Republic. And oh yeah, see,
That's a
I did
beautiful
put little
picture.
things. Thank you. Yeah, this is there's not a lot of culture in this episode tonight, folks. This is mainly just beautiful beach pictures and the three of us gabbing. Um, but
Beach is its own culture. Beach is its own culture. Hold on now. I grew up at the
you
beach, and
you are
beach is
right.
a thing. There are people that grow up at the beach and they just don't want to leave ever. And one thing I find it too is that folks that grew up at the beach, when they leave the beach, when they come back to the beach, they feel like they're back home. I miss the beach a
I,
lot. I really do.
I'm gonna go get a beverage. Do you think you could talk about the beach for 1 minute?
Should I? Oh, sure. What is he taking off? I kind of didn't hear that, Rod. Is he taking off? Or is he hitting the
oh no, I'm not going
taking the
anywhere.
breakers? No, no, it's Spidey. Is Spidey saying he's taking a
Oh,
timeout for a minute?
oh,
So
maybe he might
he wants.
be.
He asked me to talk about the beach. Sure. So I grew up in
Yeah,
Southern California, and spent my childhood on all the beaches south of Los Angeles.
nice.
Mostly yeah, mostly Seal Beach. I learned how to surf in Seal Beach in around the 10th grade. I was about 15 or 16, and so I learned to surf there because it was nice and mild. And then from there, moved down to Sunset Beach, which was really my favorite beach because it had a really
Yeah,
cool town. Yeah, and we just walk around barefoot all the time, and the sand was just everywhere in front of it was just this two-lane street at the time, Pacific Coast Highway,
right.
and really cool little eclectic shops. We're talking about the early 80s, 1980s,
Hmm.
and yeah, really cool eclectic shops, and I think there was an old Jack in the Box there,
Wow.
with the head on it, and really cool little restaurants. And it just felt like it was the leftovers from the hippie era, and it was really nice. And then
Nice.
from there we had Bolsa Chica. I think it was Bolsa Chica was the next beach down from there. It was a state beach.
Yeah.
So when we later like our junior year, some of us would get an annual pass to Bolsa Chica, and then you
Yeah.
drive in, right? So you can park, and then there would be nobody out there surfing,
Yeah.
which was great, right?
Yeah.
And then down there, we go to further down south, we hit Huntington Cliffs, which is cool because we'd park. This is before paid parking, so it was just park on the hill on this big giant hill,
Hmm. Yeah.
and then we literally climbed down a gigantic dirt hill with surfboards, and risking falling and breaking your neck. But what the hell? We're in high school. We can do it, and we did. We never got
Mhm.
hurt. But and then we go surfing, and then climb up that back up that hill again, and then from there go further south, and you hit Huntington Beach proper with the pier and everything, and that's where they
Yeah.
had the OP Pro every couple of years. And it's just the weird thing is you growing up around the ocean water, you just have this sense of you almost feel like you're a fish yourself,
Yeah.
and it's always made me feel like as I grew up and I moved further north. I would go back, and I found I had some relatives back east, and so I'd go visit them, and I swear to God, I could feel right away that I was too far away from the ocean. I couldn't sense it. Where I live right
Nice.
now, where I live right now, I'm close enough to the Puget Sound that the smell comes in
Oh,
on the
nice.
occasional evening. Yeah, so I can stand out on my deck and smell it, and that kind of keeps me grounded. I didn't
Nice.
realize it. I didn't ever realize that until I just took a vacation far away in the middle of Middle America and realized that I can't smell it and I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable, and as
Is
soon
it?
as I
Yeah.
get back, I feel normal again. That's all I can say.
I
It's like a
agree.
sixth sense or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I say the beach is its own culture. It may seem laissez-faire, it may seem, laid back and whatever,
Yeah.
but there's a reason why people are beach lovers and they just won't leave.
Yeah.
So
I am a beach lover, and if I could afford to, I would not leave. I've always said, I see, I'm here on site building this house, and I've been saying this. When I build my own house, it's going to be out of bamboo that I grow myself, and it's going to be on a
Yeah.
beach somewhere, third world, second world, somewhere like that. Yeah, absolutely, somewhere tropical. And oh, do you guys recognize this? Do you know what type of environment this is? That this beautiful concrete walkway goes through.
is this a
It's not a swamp.
is it a lagoon or something? Is this thing surrounding a lagoon?
I'd call it a mangrove. I'd
A
call it a
mangrove?
mangrove. Yeah. Do you have much experience with mangroves?
No, I don't think I've ever visited one.
There's lots of spiky little trees growing up through the muddy bottom, and oh damn it, that's a mosquito on my. Oh, that's right. The
Oh,
mosquitoes are out. Damn it, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Now
I
we got
have been to one
the
then.
there we go. Got 'em. Yeah, mangroves. Beautiful mangroves,
Kato,
like a swamp on the side of a. They're in tropical places through beside rivers.
would a place be called a mangrove if it didn't have tropical trees, but it had other types of indigenous trees that
Ooh,
grew up through
I
it?
I don't know.
There's a place called Cato Lake. It's in the state that is immediately east of Texas. If someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Louisiana. So Cato Lake, it is
Mhm.
very scenic. I would bet that somebody listening to this either now or later has been there. It and it's beautiful. So I don't know if that's called a mangrove or not. And there's these trees that are just gargantuan trees. They must go 50 feet high and higher. Shitloads of
Wow.
them all over the place. And you go in there and you get on a boat and you know drive around on a little motorboat. And it's huge. The place is huge. It looks like something that Yoda would live in. In fact, it literally looks like a place that Yoda would live, like
That
a
is okay.
Dagobah, like a Dagobah.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's exactly the type. And I honestly don't know the difference between the Florida swamps, for example, the Everglades, and the mangroves. I think they're similar. But I feel that I don't know. Mangroves are somehow different than swamps, but I don't know the specifics. I've been in both, and I couldn't, other than like I think swamps have, mangroves are on the edges of rivers.
And Kevon Six
So,
has got some comment here about it too, and so does Carla.
ooh, ooh, okay. See,
At
the
the end,
chat is
just came in,
following.
just came in. Carla says those are not mangroves. I'm not sure if she's talking about. I'm assuming she's talking about mine, or what I'm talking about. Cato Lake is not a mangrove. Kevon Six says mangrove forests protect coastal wetlands and beaches from the erosion. Very important for conservation efforts. Oh hell yeah! And then Carla says we have mangroves in New Zealand and they are really different. Well, that's cool. Interesting.
Yeah, like I wonder if they're similar to Australia's. I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of mangroves in
Nice.
Australia, especially up north, in Port Douglas and Cairns, north of Cairns. But yeah, good question. But yeah, this was fantastic, beautiful, beautiful. Lots of birds in this area too. And
Nice.
that is a crocodile. I don't know if you
Oh,
can see it on top there, but there's a little crocodile floating up there. You can see about half its body in the middle of the screen.
Get a little bit closer to him. Get a nice selfie. Here, Crocky, Crocky,
Yeah,
Crocky.
yeah, no thanks.
Come here, little boy.
That, yeah, and just wonderful, wonderful wildlife. And a duck. I don't know. That's not. I don't know what kind of duck, but it's a duck. And Charlie Burton says, unless they are called mangroves, no matter what the tree type. Oh, okay. So I think her answer to your question was yes. The tree type of tree perhaps doesn't matter. It's more like the environment. And I don't think I've seen mangroves anywhere other than around like the edges of rivers and like lagoons or estuaries. There was one of um, uh, one of the resorts that in Mexico when I spent last winter in Mexico. One of the resorts nearby that we would go and hang out at the beachside bar. They had a mangrove next door, and it was part of a lagoon, and crocodiles there and ducks, swamp puppies. Swamp puppies. Is that what they call alligators? I think that was an alligator, not a crocodile. But ooh, Q16 says, what kind of ice cream? The natural frozen milk, sugar, eggs, or the strange chemical Frankenstein some brand has off of this ice cream? Yeah, no kidding. You're right. Natural ice cream is the way to go. I had actually, William, are you familiar with the Jimi Hendrix music experience?
Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, my buddy and I, years ago, went to Seattle and parked outside to go to that. And we had gotten, um, I want to say it was Jack in the Box. It was Jack in the Box. And we got milkshakes. And we left them in the car in the summer. And it was not good. Uh, we came out from the Jimi Hendrix music experience an hour later, and the milkshakes were not melted from Jack in the Box. Not melted, Rod. I'm thinking food grade plastic. I don't know
Right.
what. Oil, palm oil of some sort.
Yeah. There's. Yeah.
Summer
It's
in
kind of.
Seattle, in an hour, they should have melted. It was hot. Ooh,
It's kind of that topic when you read about what
so cool.
foodstuffs are made out of in America versus the same foodstuffs by the same companies in
Hmm.
Europe.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Heinz ketchup is the first one that comes to mind. If you there's videos I just saw one. It just happened to be I just happened to run into this maybe a week ago, where they pulled up the ingredients of Heinz ketchup in Europe, and it says tomatoes, sugar,
Right?
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything else. It was like five things, and everything you're like, yeah, I know all this stuff. I got it on my shelf right now, right? And the American one has a whole bunch of words that I couldn't remember and probably wouldn't recognize if I read it to you in
Polyunsoriate,
front of me. Oh
scorbate,
yeah,
and
yeah,
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 stuff like that. Yeah.
exactly. All that
No,
kind of crap. And so
no.
it's there. Of course the video was talking about how we're being poisoned by our own corporate infrastructure, which is it's hard to argue that when you see this what's happening here. So anyway, what do I know
Oh,
though?
don't
Well,
worry. They will tell you the medications for the rest of your life to combat the symptoms. Don't worry about that.
Absolutely, boy. Thank God for that.
yeah. And I don't want to
No,
bang on capitalism for that, but I mean, at the same time, this is what unleashed capitalism is all about. I mean, because the government is supposed to keep corporations in control. I mean, governments are supposed to regulate corporations and protect people, not protect corporations and regulate people.
yes, but when you have the politicians that move into the private sector when they're done with politics and go to work for these corporations, and then it's like a revolving door in and out with these corporations and the
Yeah, well,
government.
yeah, that's just it. Well, the problem also is that the lobbying, because you
Oh,
get the corporations that lobby for certain
right.
certain liberal parties or
Yeah,
conservative parties, and then as a result, they wind up getting exactly what they want.
that's a turtle, and that's a baby turtle gonna climb on its mama's back, I
Well,
think. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful turtles, wonderful life there in the mangrove swamp, whatever you'd like to call it, and gorgeous. This is real. None of this is plastic. Those are
Yeah, yeah,
actual
yeah. Wow.
tropical plants there. Just wonderful. And Suzanne says, if I can get the boy and myself there, we will stay there and won't come back to Canada. Good plan,
Oh, I don't blame you,
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Yeah.
I've spent 48 winters, or 47 probably winters in 46 winters in Canada, and that's enough. That's
I
enough.
believe you.
Okay.
I believe you can spend 5 years in Cuba, and then then you have to go back to Canada for 3 months, I believe, and then you can go back there for
Ooh.
another 5 years, I believe.
Okay, and keep on six in reference to the bad seaweed, to answer your question, William. He says it involves a hospital visit for a stomach pump and meds. And that, I don't think that's a good
Wow,
thing.
that's
Hmm.
serious. Jeez.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you survive, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Miami,
There you
very,
go.
very too, says Carver. I've only been to Miami
Okay, Kelly
to
Clarkson.
the cruise ships, the cruise ship terminals to go on a Caribbean cruise twice. That was the only. No, once we left from oh shit, Puerto Rico. Yeah, once one was from Miami. Miami's quite a bit. Although um, I would have been to Miami when I went to Walt Disney World. Yeah, a long, long time ago.
Oh, dang.
Good night, Suzanne. Have
Yeah, good
fun.
night, Suzanne.
Enjoy. Enjoy. And
Good night. Yeah.
Miskatonic Madman says, "Hey, Spider-Man, there's a great documentary about uh, Andy Whitfield called Be Here Now, chronicling his cancer fight. It was a heartbreaking watch." Okay, that is the lead actor, the New Zealand actor from the Spartacus HBO series. Yeah, I believe is the man you're talking about. Yeah, he was a good actor, man. But you would, if, I can't believe he got. I mean, he was fit. Rod, they look like Spartans. These guys,
Yeah.
these actors, like fit, and that is an understatement. They were ripped. Yeah,
Yeah.
under. Okay, so Colonel Burton says we live here by the beach, and I love the water and rocks and everything about it. It's probably primal because of water and noise it makes. I feel at home at any beach. I agree, Carlos, 100%. And so does William, apparently. Those are not mangroves. She said. Mangroves. Oh, yeah. Different. Okay. Those are mangroves, guys. Swamp and mangroves. Uh, Karen Burton said, sorry, I'm tapping on my iPad and lost track of what I'm writing and can't move the cursor and have been drinking 4 or 5 beverages, allegedly. I found my ice cream. The stick came out immediately. Oh, no. Ah, shit on a stick. I mean, no stick. Crap. What is she talking about here, Rod? Called a
Jelly
jelly?
tip ice
Uh,
cream.
did they put jello on the what? Like it's so melted it was a jelly blob. I don't know what that is. You have me curious. Do you mind reading this, Rod, please?
Yeah, sure. Miskatonic Madman says, Carla Burton, I feel your pain. I'm an Android tablet right now. Tablet and fat fingers don't mix well. Lol. Yeah, yeah. You're not wrong there.
Yes, Keyline 6. Do you mind reading this, Rod? Because I think you can
Oh, yeah, totally.
read that.
Yeah, Kevon 6 says, when you're consuming more emulsifiers, yeah, of course, than a natural product, it's called a Franken product. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and like I said this before, and I'll say it again. People have gone to Cuba for like up to 2 weeks, and since they were just eating food, they lost their food allergies.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Like, you know,
Um,
But
And,
I mean, like they probably regained it when they moved back to the
well,
States.
if they went back to their eating habits, yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
now, did either, speaking of seaweed and emulsifiers, did either of you know that seaweed used to be used, maybe is still used in some places? Seaweed is used as an emulsifier, particularly in
yeah,
chocolate milk.
yeah.
What was that? What was that last thing Spidey said? Seaweed used to be used as emulsifiers, and then after that,
In chocolate
Oh,
milk.
and in chocolate milk.
Yeah,
huh.
correct.
Well, that's bizarre.
Wow,
You
I did not know that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you to wildlife. And thank you. I do enjoy getting close to crocodiles and alligators whenever I get the chance.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Carla Burton says, I've heard pet food has more quality requirements than human food in the States. You know what? People do love their pets. You might be right. I mean, we don't want to start rumors here, but you might be right, Carla.
yeah,
Yeah, just gorgeous lobby to these open air concepts. Large roof,
yeah,
open air con. Just
yeah.
gorgeous.
Pretty much just a roof, and then like most of the walls are. Oh yeah, like here, open.
That's right. Oh shit. Um, that's exactly when yes, I remember now. We were there for Halloween. This is Halloween in Dominican Republic, folks. I should have put that in the title. It's
Oh wow,
Halloween.
that's cool.
Oh, and there's Dominican Republic electrical maintenance standards.
There you go. IT department here.
Yep. You like that? They
Well, the walls are probably solid or pretty damn close to it.
yeah, they are solid stone, so there's no risk of a fire, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you mind reading this, William? Please?
You bet. Let's see. Caleb Burton in the chat says, oh, I was I was so I was so excited. All right, here we go. Caleb
Boy.
Burton in the chat says, "Oi," says, "Oi, leave the fucking chat already."
Yeah.
She says, "I'm so excited. Hubby has started flying again, and he's coming in soon just to turn around and go back to Oz." Well, that's a
Go back to
bummer.
Olds.
Go back to Oz then.
I, I earlier said I was here in March, but that was a different Caribbean vacation. This was Halloween, and so the resorts do fantastic Halloween decor, and they really do go all out. All the staff gets right into it. It was fantastic.
That looks cool. I love it.
Damn it.
Yeah, man. Halloween. I love to see so many other countries and cultures celebrating Halloween. I think they do is
Yeah.
just as good a job as in America, if not
Probably
more.
better.
It's
Love it.
become so commercialized here. It's not really fun. And then I see photos of especially the Latin cultures. I mean, they really go to town on it. You know, they
Oh
probably
yeah,
They
man.
spend
do.
like a whole right. You guys, I mean, Rob would know. They probably what do you guys spend like a how long do you think Cuba celebrates Halloween for like a week or something?
About that. Yeah, I wouldn't.
You
I
know,
mean, like,
wouldn't
yeah.
be
I
surprised.
mean, yeah. No, and they enjoy it. You know.
Right? They have God, what's the word? What did I say? Edifice. Puppets running around and all
Yeah.
kinds of flags and banners and and parades down the street and everybody's all lit, dressed up and yeah, like just like all night every night. That's awesome. Here, what do? We put on a costume that some cheap plastic piece of crap, or rent
Yeah.
something and then go to the party and get drunk and everybody's just sitting and nobody's really celebrating Halloween. They're just getting drunk.
Yeah. It's just
Not as
just
much.
another excuse to drink.
Right. Not as much. I mean, obviously, there's a Halloween theme going on, but it's not like it's not like what we see and what I've seen in videos of other cultures really going to town.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Right. What? I wonder what. Okay. All right, Carla Burton. Um, I am gonna try and share this. We'll see how this goes. We're gonna. So yeah, the staff went all out with the Halloween, as you can see. It was fantastic,
This a
and
little
that was
kid? This is a little kid
this
laying down
was
flat on his face or something?
with. Oh
Uh,
yes, correct. Yes, that's a little kid in black and down on his face. That was an actual person. Actual person.
Holy
nice.
shit!
Same as here. Actual female staff member. Yeah, it was scary because that baby was not moving. It was just very haunting. Yeah, and they went all out with the food. You see those little fingers in the back?
Okay.
There's
Okay.
no fingers in the back. There's all kind the coffin here in the front foreground on the right. The crypt. Yeah, just fantastic.
I
Back up
just
one.
realized. Sorry.
Halloween food.
Back up one photo for a second, Spidey. Back up to one more photo. There you go. Hold on to this right here until it comes up on the live. We're not there yet. Hang on.
Hey,
Okay.
that's Nick. That's Nick Cage, isn't it?
Nope. I was going to ask anybody who can call that out? Who's in the coffin? This is an easy one. Come on.
Ooh,
Somebody's got to have
um,
this. You
Boris
know
Karloff.
this.
Boris
Nope.
Karloff.
No.
No. Well,
Gary
this is
Oldman.
nope. Gary Oldman. Nope.
No. Fuck.
Oh, you guys, this is gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you.
Rip Van
I'm
Winkle.
gonna let this go. I'm gonna let this one hang. I'm
I
waiting for
don't.
somebody. And there we go. Daniel's Hot Topics got it.
That's Christopher
Oh no no
Lee.
no no no. Miss Katonic got it. Sorry Miss Katonic. Miss Katonic had it
Oh,
first.
oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I did
Yeah,
feel stupid for it.
Miss Katonic.
Right.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
Was Christopher Lee in Dracula or something?
yeah.
He played Dracula. Yeah, you betcha.
He played just
Oh,
about everything.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he is the penultimate
shooting a
horror
wizard.
horror of our early growing up times before
Yeah.
Bela Lugosi. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go look up
Rod,
which one it was.
Rod, do you mind reading this, please?
Yeah, sure. Kevon 6 says, "You want to make some homemade? You want to make homemade ketchup? Take a can of thick tomato paste, cut it with enough vinegar and a little sugar to loosen the paste into a sauce. You can add in different spices and herbs. Yeah, nice, cool. Although tomato paste probably already is sort of ketchupy, but
Yeah, maybe.
no,
Okay.
I'm not. No, that's great.
And Carla Burton sent me a DM of a jelly tip, and it's not as pornographic as one might think.
Oh, and I wanted to say earlier. I was going to say, um, yeah, I believe a lot of Latin cultures celebrate Halloween also because um, right after Halloween is the Day of the Dead celebration. And see, what's notable about Halloween is that it's pagan New Year,
Oh,
which
that's
is
right.
technically
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is a jelly tip, the non-sexual version, and
Oh,
it says it's creamy vanilla flavored ice cream tipped with delicious raspberry flavored jelly and dipped in a chocolate shell. And yes, that looks awesome. And I've had something like this
wow.
once upon a time without the chocolate. Once upon a time in Canada, or America, one of the two. I've had that. Fantastic. Thank you, Carla. Oh, mosquitoes. God. All right. I'm not going to be able to hang out here. Yeah, mosquitoes. But I don't have that many photos.
Don't they
Yeah.
have any skeeter scatter?
No, I won't. No, no, I can't use that shit. I just can't. I've already had
No,
two girlfriends die of cancer, man. Like former girlfriends. It's people my age are fucking dying of cancer. It's crazy. And
really?
skin. No, your skin absorbs. Did you know your skin it will absorb stuff faster than your like sometimes by eating it, like
Hmm.
magnesium, for example. Your skin absorbs magnesium salts quicker than if you like drink it in a solution, for example. That's fantastic. Your
Hmm.
skin absorbs a lot. Like, in the old days, Rod, I used to do roofing back in the 80s, and we used to wash the tongue off our hands with gasoline. And
Right.
I now
Yeah.
know that's really bad because the benzene in gasoline sticks to your blood cells in your blood. It gets in through your skin and it gets into your blood.
Hmm.
And your blood likes benzene more than oxygen. It'll stick to your blood cells quicker and better than oxygen will. So no wonder if you do it a lot, you'll feel tired because you're not getting oxygen in your friggin' blood.
Hmm.
And that's with benzene. Bad. Very bad.
I
But
always
anyway,
misted. I always misted it over me. Over me, really. I never like sprayed it directly on the skin. Like I'd spray
I
above
have
the skin and let it settle. But like, no, you're not wrong. Yeah.
I put it on my clothing is what I've learned to do. You put it
Yeah.
on your hat, or you put it on your pants. But I'm in shorts right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
Kevon Six. Has anyone noticed the bottom tombstone?
R.I.P. P. Diddy.
Oh, rest in peace, Rena Levia.
No, the
The white.
bottom one. The bottom one.
P Diddy.
P. Diddy. Wow. He's not dead, is he?
No, he just got himself trashed, and he trashed himself in the media. His reputation, everything is down the hill, and the garbage disposal, dumpster
That's
fire.
funny. Uh,
Yeah.
Japan celebrates their version of Halloween, the Yokai festivals, in April before Golden Week. Yes, indeed, Kevon says. And I was uh, not. Was I in Japan for Yokai? I wasn't. I had left the country at that point for something, and so missed that week. But I did see Golden Week. Oh, okay. I'd love to go to Halloween one day, Rod. William, I
Yeah.
want to go to see
Yeah.
Day of the Dead. Hello, everyone. That's an awesome pick. I love Halloween. Thanks, Daniel's Hot Topic. This is
Yeah.
Halloween uh, in Punta Cana in
No, I saw
March.
Deadpool and Wolverine. That's a great movie. Awesome. Twice.
Excellent food and excellent attitude by the staff. Just everyone had. Oh, and those were bananas. Uh,
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
covered
Oh, little
bananas
ghost
covered.
bananas.
In,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
in
Nice.
marshmallow. Yeah, bananas covered in marshmallow. They were so good.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Little,
They look like ghosts. Like I would never have thought of that.
what is that melon
Yeah.
there?
Ooh,
What
that's a watermelon, isn't it? No, that's a pumpkin. That's a friggin' pumpkin.
pumpkin?
Yeah, it's a
Not a
green pumpkin.
squash. Oh, maybe it is a
Yeah,
pumpkin. Okay.
Big.
I think they're the same thing, are they not?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And just lots of
Ah,
like
ketchup.
marshmallow fries.
Ghosts crushed.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like those upside down chocolate cake cones on the top there.
yes. They look like little gnomes with their hats falling over the gnome.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
With their feet
Yeah.
sticking out. Just like a little, yeah. And I think those are marshmallow frogs, but they're not marshmallow. What's the meringue? I want to say meringue.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nick Cage and oh, I would like. It does look like a Nick Cage. It does. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, Christopher Lee Dracula or Count Dooku. Oh, Count
Some good.
Dooku has a lightsaber. So
So yeah, you guys know that, right? I mean, you guys know Christopher Lee is Count Dooku. I mean, I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, yeah. Oh no,
Just
no,
say,
of
yeah.
course. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
if you did, yeah, if you didn't know that, just say you did. I don't want to know you didn't know that. That'd be bad. That'd be
I,
bad. You can't
I
do
How
that.
would you
You'd
not
have
know
you'd
he's
be
with that
right.
commanding voice? And
You'd be
I
kicked off.
mean,
You'd be kicked off the show right away. So you say, "Oh yeah, I
and
do that."
Count
yeah.
Dooku has a lightsaber. Count Dooku.
I think
Headless Dooku or the headless person. Oh yeah. There's
Q16 also
Samuel L.
got it too.
Jackson.
Yeah.
What's the difference? What's the
Yeah.
difference?
Spoiler, Samuel L. Jackson cuts off Count Dooku's head. Oh no, that was Boba Fett. No, he did, or Jenga Fett. He did Jenga Fett.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Who cut off the head of Dooku? Hold on, I'm gonna
That
have to watch.
Oh, that was
uh,
Anakin.
the head of Dooku. No, he didn't get. Oh no, yeah, you're right. It was Anakin. He's yeah,
Mhm.
in with the two lightsabers.
Okay.
Yeah, because he
Uh,
replaced
He replaced him.
Dooku as yeah as what's his name's Padawan or
mhm.
Junior or whatever
Yeah,
the learner. Yeah,
as
The Padawan.
his main boy.
Okay.
yeah.
So that photo was from Dracula AD 1972. Excellent. Thank you, William Shakespeare.
That's my
That's a good
guess.
thing.
That's my guess because he did several films, and I looked through them, and I'm just trying to think which
Ooh.
I've seen that photo before. So I looked through the films that he's done that were Dracula, and that's the one that I'm most familiar with. But I could be wrong. It could have been one of the other ones, but I'm just taking a guess on that. But he was really
I love
famous for
how
Dracula.
Yeah,
He was another famous Dracula back in his day, of course, and
yeah.
still.
I and Carla Burton. I love how Australians and New Zealanders say that this is. I love how you guys use this expression. My
Mhm.
one, but my one was a tiny one. They always say mine, but my one was a tiny one for ice cream machines. They sell minis in a 10 pack. Yeah, but
But my one was a
they got
tiny one. They sell minis in a 10 pack.
yeah, but you're gonna eat four of them, so you might as well get the big one. I'm gonna eat four of them.
Yeah,
Okay, it would be fun to see somehow. You're absolutely right. Do you mind reading this, Rod? Hello, Rod, are you able to read this, please?
oh yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Miskatonic Madman is William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare. I loved the Hammer films as a kid. I just rewatched Money. I just rewatched The Mummy from 1959. I think. Yeah, about that was around that. Starring Christopher Lee as the Mummy. Yeah, wow.
Ooh, okay. Yes, the bottom P Diddy. Yeah, good one, Ron Fix.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, and
no,
I got them.
Hammer films will always be classics, along with the Ernie Universal too, of course. I need to um, do some more watching of these, I think. Peter Cushing, that's an archaeologist.
Yeah, he was in Hammer films as well. That was one of the big deals about when Star Wars came out is that it had, obviously Harrison Ford was well known already from American Graffiti, but it had Peter Cushing in it, and Peter Cushing was a huge star, and really well known, especially in Europe, as far as I'm aware, and from the Hammer films as well. And he did a lot of Hammer films, horror films, and so that was a great deal because for I mean, for the older generations, for us, I was a kid, so I didn't know who he was, nor did I care. He just did a great job delivering as Grand Moff Tarkin, and that's because he's the
Mhm.
man. So I mean, he
Yep.
had the chops. He had the chops for it. And he was already this, who did very well at playing such evil roles that he was a perfect Grand Moff Tarkin. You can't imagine anyone else doing that role.
Is he English?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, he's not American, that's for sure.
No.
Well, no, I take that back. I don't think he's American. So I don't
I
want
didn't think he
to.
was.
I was.
Who, Christopher
I
Lee?
think
Isn't he
n-
British?
no.
No,
Peter Cushing.
Peter
Peter
Cushing.
Cushing. I believe he's European.
Yeah, I believe he is too.
Yeah,
Daniel's
I'm
hot
going by
topic
his
says you
accent.
should go see Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie is great. I will when I get a chance. Living in the countryside, there's not a lot of a chance. Although there's a drive-in movie theater on the drive home on a Friday night, and if I'm not too concerned about getting home on time, we could go to the drive-in. Can you take an RV to the drive-in movie theater? I guess if you park at the back.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
You
so.
take-
I mean, if they take your money, just maybe have to pay them more. Who knows?
But
yeah.
wouldn't that be cool? Because
Goodness,
I was taking my RV through like a big drive-in movie. That'd be cool.
it'd be
You
fun
sit
to
on the
try.
roof.
As
I,
Yeah.
I, I, I have blankets
long
and
as you,
lawn chairs. I can sit on the roof.
as long as you don't get stuck.
And, and a fridge for your beer. And yeah, obviously spending the night there. I've
And,
never
you, and
seen
then,
the movie, but I may watch this one. But you should start with the first one, but that's just my opinion.
yeah, Carla, come on.
So, this in the background, I believe, is what's known as a crane, and it's real. It's a real crane. See, is that a stork?
Oh, wow.
Shit. Is that a stork or a crane? I don't know.
Hmm.
Stork or crane? That's a stork. That's a friggin' stork because it brings the babies. That's
Hmm.
a stork. Right?
I didn't realize I don't know the difference between a stork and a crane.
Well, cranes stand on one leg, like blue
Oh,
heron.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The stork brings babies, and that looks like a baby bringer.
Oh,
Kind of brings
I can take this one. Carla
Oh,
Burton wants to know the difference between Cinco de Mayo and Halloween over there. Well, Cinco de Mayo is just generally practiced in Mexico. Well, and then Mexicans who have emigrated to the United States. But it's in the 1800s sometimes, but after 1850, I'm not sure the exact year, but like the Mexicans celebrated their victory over the French at the Puebla.
right.
I believe the French were trying to appropriate part of the country, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm. Hmm. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah,
And moving on. And I believe that's a stork. An egret? I'm not familiar enough.
yeah.
I
And Halloween's
think
still just like day before the Day of the Dead. So
it is a typical roadside in Dominican Republic, going from Punta Cana to Santo Domingo. The bus stop, of course, and
yeah.
beautiful skies. And
Hey, did you go to the? Sorry,
good
go ahead.
morning, and come up gaming. Hi, and welcome. Go ahead, Rod.
Oh, yeah. Um, did you go to the James Bond Villa? Oh no, shit. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That's in Jamaica, not the Dominican.
Oh, right,
The
right.
James
Yes,
James Bond villa or ranch or uh, whatever it's called there. That's also
yeah,
for the exclusively rich.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
Love to. William, do you mind reading Daniel's Hot Topics comments in the chat,
Oh
please?
hell yeah! We were trying to chat with them about this, or a bunch of people were. Who would win a fight, Christopher Lee Dracula or Christopher Lee Francisco Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun? And he had another one about Count Dooku as well. So
Yeah,
we
that was
got
a good one.
a runoff of Christopher Lee characters and which one would kick into each other's ass. And someday somebody's got to make an AI video of slamming all those together with the Christopher Lee version of them, all fighting each other in just a giant all-out brawl. That'd be awesome. It's got to
I
happen.
didn't realize all these characters were Christopher Lee. I had
Man, it's
no appreciation for
and
Christopher Lee.
and he played in did he not play Sauron in the Lord of the Rings?
Yes, he did.
I believe he did. Yeah.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
Mr.
There you
Jonathan.
go. The man, the myth, the magic.
Jonathan. but I think they're a bit rude, and I don't really like rude movies. Is it rude because of the third nipple? I don't understand, Carla.
Scaramanga does have the advantage of the third nipple.
Oh, oh, she's saying the Deadpool movies are a bit rude. Um, yes, maybe, perhaps. You have to take them with a grain of salt. I think that's fair to say. You definitely need to take the Deadpool movies with a grain of salt. I mean, we're a bit rude, and you hang out with us, so you've got some tolerance, clearly.
Yeah, we're not
Particularly
exactly
if you into your
Girl
shower
Scouts.
and walk into a
Mhm.
bar. That's awesome. That, ooh, that sounds like a Doomcock joke. Bet that he could come up with something. That's awesome, Keegan. Thank you. Anakin Skywalker took off Dooku's head. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Dennis Hot Topics. I thought so.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was
So
in
he could
Attack of the
become.
Clones, was it not? Was that in Attack of the Clones? I just
That
watched
was
that
in.
next week.
That was the Revenge of
Third.
the or the third movie. Yeah, the Revenge of the
Yeah.
Oh,
Sith.
okay. Okay, good.
I sh-
Because I was gonna
I,
say,
I I shouldn't
remember
do it. It's
that?
not the Jedi. It's not the Jedi way. I shouldn't do it. Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Comic Madman says, Caliburn, yes, very rude, so it could be off-putting, not your thing. Well, again, yeah, with a grain of salt. I would be down for some banana ghost peeps. Yes, those look so good.
Yeah.
So this is a typical street, in Punta Cana, the
Oh
coastline between.
shit! They have, well, of course they'd have Texaco down there.
There
Goddamn
you go.
multinationals.
Yes, of course. And the lots of construction, very investment. You can clearly see investment.
Construcción. Yeah.
Yes, and investment is going into Dominican Republic. There you go. Punta
Oh,
Cana,
Punta
and
Cana.
yeah, there you go. And just again, I couldn't get over the skies, Rod. I couldn't get over the skies. And you know what? Their pavement, Rod, had no cracks from frost heaves like
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. That must have been nice.
No, yeah, it was smooth, like smooth. You could put a glass of wine on the dash, and it wouldn't spill because there's no
Wow.
frosty. Do you mind reading this from Daniel's Hot Topics, please, Rod?
Yeah, Daniel's Hot Topics has a good hot take on this. Francisco Sequeira Munga has the golden gun, but as powerful as the golden gun is, it can't even scratch Dracula. Although Scaramanga is smart, you may find a way with time. Yeah, yeah.
He
I'd say
was
that's a good. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good take on it.
time. Well, yeah, given enough time, Batman can defeat anybody. And yeah, there we go. That's the entrance, I believe, to the international airport. Interesting. I thought it was construction cranes, but they're like that on purpose. Cool.
Huh.
Beautiful clouds, just incredible tropical cloud formations there.
Yeah,
And
yeah. By the
how
way,
do you like that?
nice, white and puffy.
Yeah, exactly, Ross. Yes, white and puffy.
We don't get that up here for some reason.
Not so much anymore. No.
Yeah.
This Chronic Madman, I hope Wolverine Deadpool isn't as rude. You wouldn't think so, Carla Burton. Not with
There's a
the
lot of F words and all that and like some blood, but I mean like it's not really. No, it's yeah. Despite the R rating, it's still fair. I mean, and you gotta really take the gore as kind of like just kind of like okay, cartoony. You know, if you can accept it like that, well then you really
That's the airport in Punta Cana, isn't it? And there's a plane on the airport bar roof. So that's
Oh
awesome.
wow, yeah, nice.
Yeah. Very cool.
Just in case you weren't sure where you were.
Ooh. Carla Bird says, yes, egret, heron, well done.
Yeah, yeah.
But how do you know that wasn't a stork? Looked like a stork.
The
I don't know the difference.
airplane store.
No, I've seen lots of herons. Blue herons are, they're all over the coast in Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Um, lots of blue herons. So they are on the East Coast. I've seen lots of those. That didn't look like a heron to me. Every time I see the word Scaramanga, I hear
Girl, Munga. Yeah.
that is awesome. He's also Metalhead.
Yeah, that's right.
Christopher Lee?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and he also
Well,
he was if for those who don't know, he was actually part of the British Secret Service too. And he actually has a really cool story too. Like if you look it up on YouTube, he went on to explain that like Peter Jackson was talking about. I'm not sure if he was talking to him or he was talking to another guy about stabbing, and then Christopher Lee overheard it, and he was like, "No, no, no." When and he goes on to say like when you've been stabbed, your the air is taken from you, and and you just kind of you don't gasp. He said you don't there's just a brief little and he said because like all the air is taken from you and you can't he said and you can barely exhale. So and then like he explained that, and like the way he explained that, like he explained it in such graphic detail to Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson just kind of like wide-eyed, and he kind of like, okay,
damn.
this guy knows what it's like to be stabbed, and it's just so funny too because like he's got such a deep, powerful, commanding voice, and then like and his eyes are just so goddamn serious, and you just kind of like you just know that this guy's been through some serious shit.
He played the Sauron the White. Sauron was the Lord of the One Ring. What
Yeah,
nationality is Christopher Lee? American, isn't he?
well, I
Christopher
believe
Lee? No, he's European.
yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna say,
he's got an English accent. Yeah, I'm trying
I'm
to
pretty
look
sure
this
he's
up.
British.
Yeah, I'm trying to look this up, and Daniel's Hot Topics is right. The IMDb lists him as playing Sauron, but I can't seem to place. I can't seem to find the actor who played Sauron. Well, and then yet I have a reference that's saying that he's done it, that he did Sauron too. So I'm pretty damn confused right now.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he was Sauron for sure.
I don't know. I think they were kind of linked, so that sort of would make sense.
Was it
The
was
voice
it two in the
that
same? Were they both the same person essentially?
I think so, or at least mentally linked.
All right, Daniel's Hot Topics, you're on the hook, dude. What's up?
ooh, Daniel's Hot Topic says, yeah, I heard that Christopher Lee was in the British Secret Service and he was like a real life James Bond.
Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah.
And he was in a rock band, apparently a British
Yeah.
rock band.
Ha!
That's awesome.
Man,
Oh
that
yeah,
guy's done everything.
that is
He's
awesome.
awesome. He's awesome.
And just
Yeah.
So many great
gorgeous.
roles, so many great films we've got from him.
I
Yeah, yeah.
love the folks. Just the, the tropics, man. They call to me. I love the tropics.
Is this further down from the airport?
Uh, yes, in Punta Cana still, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I didn't notice this until just looking at these pictures a little while ago. There's a coconut falling from that palm tree.
Nice.
You see that? I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
that's a good catch. Is there a person up there climbing up there right now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And he's throwing the coconut.
Oh,
Yes.
makes sense.
Good eye. There's a man in that tree and he's throwing coconuts down. That's exactly what this picture is. Yeah.
I admire them for climbing up the trees like that too. I mean, like like angling their feet so their feet, wrap around the round part of the pole, and then like just literally naturally go up. You know what I mean, in the same way that power pole guys do, but
Yes.
they do it without the sling.
Yeah, that's amazing. But he had cloth background.
We have
Rick or Steve.
Glad to see you here, man. Or metal.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
Must be Kamala Harris coconut.
she's catching it with her forehead. Explains everything.
We have a row of those trees in our driveway. The neighbors love them. I love them.
Nice.
Well, it's got to be a lot of fun when it falls and hits your car.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. At the resorts there. Just really beautiful.
Oh, that's nice. Nice marble tiles look like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Nice and
That
cool
is
too. I mean,
beautiful.
if it's good, assuming it's pretty damn hot there, those marble tiles are gonna keep you a little
Yeah.
bit
It was,
warm.
yeah, and even at night, it was in the mid-20s, which is upper 17.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I think San Francisco down there. Wow.
But
San Francisco. Las Vegas. La Vegas.
I do have to work construction and do a lot of heavy lifting in about 6 hours from now, folks. So we're going to call it a night, I think. Thanks for being here. Kevon 6 said, I was about to say that tree looked down and said, fuck that guy, plonk. No, there was a man in the tree. So anyway, thanks for being here, everyone. I want to thank you, my friend. And William Shakespeare, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me once again. Always fun.
Yeah.
I would love.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, it was great. I love streaming with you guys.
And
Yeah.
hey, Rod, you want to keep streaming? Because I'm gonna bail, but if you want to keep streaming, go for it, my friend. It's up to you.
No, I'm actually kind of getting pooped myself. Plus, I got to wake up, and work out in like 3 hours. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is a big workout for the job. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus I'm gonna get up and do some more job hunting since I wish I could, but I can't count on that on the job I went to yesterday.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, good luck, Rod.
Thanks, guys.
Well, yeah, thank you everyone for being here.
Trip down memory lane for Spider-Man. Always a blast. Really have fun with especially when Rod's here. Always a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you for coming on. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Both.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevon 6, for saying that. I appreciate it. All right, folks. We will see you next Thursday. I'm going to try and get better internet if I can, but if not, it'll be the same as tonight. Have a good night.
Right on. Yeah.
And thanks, Carla Burton.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Miss Catonic, man. Keep in 6. Keep on 6. Rick or Steve. Yeah.
I won't be home until like 9 o'clock tonight, so I'll catch the last few hours of Friday Night Frolics. But I will be late because I'm building a house.
Okay. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
All right. See y'all.
See ya.